Girls Talk Shirts. All right.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. It has been
Quite some time.
several weeks since we have been together and had an episode. Sorry about that. I have just failed you on posting on the social media, the Instagram. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I really do need to step up my game. The issue is I don't even post that much on my personal Instagram. So like for me to remember to post on like the podcast Instagram and then to like make it actual like decent content.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that it's difficult. I think I can do it. It's just like I have to like force myself to do it because I have other things going on, guys.
Yeah.
I have children I'm trying to raise into decent human beings. I have laundry to fold and wash and then move into the dryer. Oh my gosh. Just so much going on.
Yeah.
So
I don't have an excuse. I'm just
yeah, it would
I'm
be
just bad
it would
about
be
it.
nice if somebody else could also post. No, I'm just kidding.
oh, full-time employee over here.
Yeah. No, like you definitely have a good excuse.
And then soon I'll be full-time student.
Yeah.
too.
So tell us real quick, Savannah, about this new chapter that you were about to embark on.
Yeah. So I took the leap of faith into applying to graduate school. Honestly, not thinking I was actually going to get accepted. However, I did get accepted to a master's of nursing program where I will pursue a family nurse practitioner program. It will be 2 years of my life. Yeah, that starts in August.
I think, well, first of all, I'm incredibly proud of you.
Thank
I
you.
think out of everybody, I've been there for you the most. So you're welcome. I think you're going to just succeed with flying colors. I think the 2 years is just going to fly by. And I can't wait to see where you go with it, what you do. And I think it's going to be great.
I'm excited. I'm very nervous, but I'm super excited.
There's nothing to be nervous about. Jeez.
I was telling Emily, it's just going to be so weird because I did my entire nursing degree, my associate's degree. 80% of it was online.
Yeah.
Because of the wonderful thing that was COVID. And then my bachelor's I did online because anybody who does a bachelor's for nursing, it's kind of a waste of time, in my opinion. I don't think it changed my practice as a nurse at all. It basically just teaches you how to write a paper. But I wanted to do that as quickly as possible. So I did that online. And then now I wanted my master's to be something I go in person for. But that I think is also just going to be a bit of a learning curve for me. But I'm excited. And I think I'll even learn better being in person.
Yeah, I think you're going to end up really liking like going actually in person and having like the hands-on experience and whatnot. I think you're just really going to love it.
Yeah. And I'm still going to be working. So it's going to be
a lot.
a lot. But
And we are actually in the process of preparing our daughters to go to the 2036 Olympics. So we have a lot on our plates right now. So look out for Eloise and Graceland at the Olympic trials in about 12 years.
mm-hmm.
I'm just going to go ahead and put that into fruition.
I wish we knew where it was going to be. I'm sure there's somewhere online that could probably tell us.
Yeah, I think surely that is something that they have already
Planned out.
Because I think like countries have to like bid for it and whatnot, like well in advance.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure.
Hopefully it's not in the U.S. because that would just be boring.
I think the next one, I want to say that the 2028, I think
is in
that's
L.A.
Yeah, it's supposed to be in LA. So surely 2036
It won't
wouldn't
be
in America.
Back in America again.
Where would we want it to be? Maybe Australia. That can be
That
when
would be
when the Girls Talk shirts finally make it to Australia.
That would be wild.
Wouldn't it though?
That would be our sign. Like, yeah.
But honestly, it makes sense for them to do the Summer Olympics there because I think isn't surfing a part of the Summer Olympics? Do they do surfing? Right?
And I think so.
So, I mean,
Maybe.
the entire continent is surrounded by water. So, got that taken care of. Surely they have gyms there to do the gymnastics portion. The horses can do their thing. Just watch out for the kangaroos.
I'm trying to Google if they know where it is. No, it doesn't say.
Okay. Well, Australia, if you're listening, and we know that you are,
It says
go ahead.
confirmed bids: Indonesia, Turkey, India, Chile, Egypt. That'd be pretty cool.
Ooh, Egypt.
South
Okay.
Korea,
Oh.
China, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Hungary, Italy,
Italy would be fun.
Germany.
What about Greece?
Denmark, Canada?
Ah.
Canceled or rejected bids is Spain, Ukraine,
Okay.
uh,
You don't say.
United Kingdom, or London, probably because they just did that.
Yeah.
Poland, Mexico. That's it. Anyways.
Out of those ones, hated most of them. Mainly because why? I know I'm not going to like the food there.
Mm-hmm.
But
Germany would be fun.
Italy could get behind. Germany, I could get behind that.
Mm-hmm.
What was another one that you said? Egypt. I could
Egypt.
totally get behind Egypt.
That
for
would
sure.
be.
You want to know why? A lot of biblical things happen in Egypt. You know, like, when God was like, let my people go. And Pharaoh was like, not on my watch. And then God was like, well, I'm going to give you all these plagues. That would be cool to go to where that happened. Or like the roundabout area.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Lord. I just described that horribly. But you know what I'm talking about. To see the Nile River, I think would be so cool.
Yeah.
One, because like it's a famous river. Two, I think it flows upward instead of down. I think I've heard that. Three, Moses. Also, the Red Sea is somewhere close to there, right? Because when they escaped Egypt and they went and they had to cross through the Red Sea. I'd like to see that, right? And then to kind of imagine it being parted and walls of water. That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Would I like Egyptian food? I don't know.
I really can't even pinpoint what
Egyptian food is.
Mm-hmm.
Same. But I can probably tell you I'm not going to like it.
Yeah.
Just because if I know my palate and it's not cultured. It's a French fry and chicken nugget gal. And that's what I'm comfortable with. And sweet tea and Dr. Pepper. So yeah, 2036, the girls are going to be there.
Mm-hmm. We're training for it now.
Yes.
We do not have solid cartwheels, but we will.
We have 12 years to solidify their cartwheels. And they're rolling.
Yeah.
So yeah. Eloise is very good at the saluting at the end, putting her hands up.
Oh, good.
But we did, like I told you earlier, we watched the Olympic trials and she was all about it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Graceland seems to really enjoy the beam. Mm-hmm. Anytime we've left gymnastics, and I was telling Emily earlier, she was walking on this wood plank that we have in our backyard, and she seems to enjoy that. She gets a little nervous, I can see, at like during class. It takes her a second, but once she's up there, she loves it.
Yeah.
So she's going to be queen of the beam.
I think they're both doing really well. Like for only really being in it for like a month and a half-ish time, like I think they're both doing really well with it.
Yeah.
So
I think it also helps that they are the only two in their class.
Yes.
So they don't have to really
compete with a lot of other kids in the class. Yeah. No, I agree. I think that helps tremendously that they are the only two in the class. I don't know how we were able to score such a sweet deal, but I really hope that nobody else tries to join that class, because it is just so nice that they have so much one-on-one time and so much time like on each like little apparatus or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Hopefully it stays that way.
But yeah, I guess we just wanted to do this episode as just a little recap of our of our first season of Girls Talk Shirts, the podcast. We are going to make this our last episode for this season, but don't fret. We do plan on coming back in September. We're just going to give ourselves some time off, not have the pressure of trying to meet every single week, especially still during the summer. Like we both still have things going on, trips and family time that we want to be able to have. And like Savannah said, she's going to be starting, school again here soon. And so we do just want to take a little bit of a break from it all and also hopefully try to have some professionals come on and talk with us about different topics. And so hopefully having this time off will give us some time to kind of nail down some people who are willing and able to come and speak with us. Mm-hmm. And share their different expertise on stuff. So yeah, we just kind of want to go over maybe like what we thought our best episodes were and everything. Mm-hmm. So Savannah, what do you think our best episode was?
Well, I think, and I know we've already talked about this, at the beginning, we really hit the ground running when we started the podcast, just because we were... Not that we've lost excitement for it, but it was just so new and something that we had talked about for so long, now finally happening. But I think it was easy at the beginning because we were just talking about ourselves and our own experiences. And it's easy to talk about something that you've already gone through rather than something, just picking a topic and just giving your input on it. So I did really enjoy our first episodes where our listeners just really got to know us. Mm-hmm. I thoroughly enjoyed going down memory lane of our friendship. That has always stuck out to me just because that is something that is very near and dear to my heart. And I like discussing that. But I think also the most recent episode when we did kind of touch on postpartum depression, just because that is a topic that I've never opened up about. So it was nice to kind of talk that out. But yeah, I think those kind of just jump out. And then obviously the one with the girls, even though it did not go anywhere near what we had anticipated it was very, very sweet to have them on there, and to have that something that we can go back and let them listen to years from now is just...
When they take over the podcast and they can go back and listen to how sweet they were.
And how they did not pick each other as their best friends.
No, I agree. I think our first few episodes were definitely some of our best because we were kind of taking the time to like catch everybody up on like where we have been like since we stopped doing our like web series type of Girls Talk Shirts on our Facebook pages. And then any new listeners that we may have had, it gave them a chance to kind of know who we are and where we have been, what we have done since graduating high school and everything. I was just looking on our podcast website, and it can tell you like our top episodes like listened to, and our very first episode, Welcome to Girls Talk Shirts, is our most listened to episode. And that could just be because of like all the excitement like of people just wanting to listen to the very first episode. And back then I did like post about it a lot more. And I think that also helped like giving people multiple places to see like it posted and to click on like the link and whatnot to listen to it. And then like the next two top ones, it's tied for Girls Talk Relationships and Girls Talk College. So I think, I think just like those topics definitely just like maybe resonated a lot with people, especially like our friends that may have, watched our Facebook videos and then were able to listen to that. Like we're all the same age going through the same stuff. So I think they were probably able to just listen to it and kind of be like, oh yeah, I went through, you know, something similar or something. So I think that helps that, you know, we're able to share just real stories and like just real life stuff. It's not like fairy tale type stuff or like trying to chalk it up to like this peachy keen, like rainbow life style, you know, like we go through real things, real hardships and everything. And I think that is definitely one of the main reasons why I wanted to do the podcast. We haven't quite gotten to where I want to be. Like my heart for it is to talk about women's mental health, especially surrounding pregnancy, like before, during, and after pregnancy, just because of all that I went through in those different periods. And so being able to really kind of dive into that topic is something that I really want us to get to. And I know it's going to take us some time to like really kind of find experts and professionals who are willing to come and talk to us. And, but I'm going to stick it out until we can like finally get there. Cause I just want to have, even like just for myself, to just talk to somebody about like the mental health that you go through as a woman, like in your trying to conceive years, you know, like for some people it is years. And then going through pregnancy, whether it's, you know, easy going pregnancy and you don't ever really get sick to absolutely miserable and throwing up every single day for 9 months type of stuff. And then afterwards, what you go through mentally, just trying to rearrange your whole lifestyle around this newborn baby and how to know, you know, what they want and what they don't want and everything there in between. So that is really like my goal, is to finally get to that point of being able to really kind of focus on women's mental health. But I'm excited for where we're going and what we can eventually talk about and what we have been able to talk about so far. So I hope everybody else who has listened has as well. And I can also see in here that the top app that people use to listen is Apple Podcasts, which is pretty cool. I still am like mind blown that we are on Apple Podcasts, because I just feel like that's such like a major platform. And I do realize that it is fairly easy for anybody to get on there, knowing now like how to use like just like this one website. Like it isn't that difficult to get yourself on there, but it is still just cool that like we are there and anybody could find us on there, which I just think is so cool every single time I see it. So thank you everybody who has been listening so far. We are so thankful for you guys coming back every single week and supporting us, you know, by listening. And like we say all the time, like we're just having fun sitting and talking with each other. So it just means even more that you guys are wanting to hear us talk too.
Yeah, I agree. And I know one thing that I've heard from somebody that I work with who does listen to the podcast, Dr. Jibo, she has always mentioned how it's easy to listen to us, just how we interact with each other, just our way that we interact. And I always tell her that it's funny because the way we communicate on the podcast is how we communicate in real life.
We're not putting on a show for you guys. This is just how we talk to each other.
And I just love that people get a glimpse of who we actually are and actually the way that our friendship actually is, and that it's not some just let's put on a show kind of talk, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I just want this to be something that you can resonate with and you can kind of just listen and feel like you're just having a conversation with us. And, you know, that's one of our goals, I know, coming into this. And that's something that we want to encourage for the next season too. So, yeah, I'm excited
Maybe
to see
that
where
could
it
be
goes.
something that we add, like if a listener wants to call in, you know, at the end of an episode or something to just chat with us for a minute about whatever, you know, like
Yeah.
if that's something that you're interested in, let us know. And maybe you can be our first, well, not the first. Technically, your dad was the first call in. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was so fun calling your dad that one time. And now I just want to call anybody at any time.
Yeah,
So
I agree. So just know if you're a friend of ours and we have your number at any point,
even if
could
you're
get
not
a
our
call.
friend, if you're just a listener and you want to be able to have us call you and you be on the podcast, just go to our Instagram at Girls Talk Shirts Pod and send us a DM and we'll get things going. Like I said, we're not coming back until September. We are taking some time off. But yeah, we can pencil you in for sure. We will be, by the time we come back, we will be, I mean, not that you guys would know, but we will be in a new office space. My husband's law firm is moving to the Lakeside Village offices area. If you know where the famous footwear is at Lakeside Village, his office space will be right above that. So that's exciting. That's where we will be recording. If anybody wants to know exactly where we are on a Sunday afternoon, it's above the famous footwear.
Oh my gosh. So yeah.
Yeah, we don't really have too much to really talk about in this episode. We just wanted to make one last little episode to say our thanks for joining us for this first season and to kind of let you guys know that we will be taking some time off. So you're not like messaging us saying, where are you? We're gone for a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
but we'll be back better than ever. And thanks for inviting us into your car or
your headphones
or while you're folding laundry and you just need something to listen to.
Yeah.
We hope to have touched at least one person with, you know, our stories and our experiences. Because some of the things that we talked about were more difficult subjects. So hopefully we touch someone, help someone feel not so alone. So yeah, hopefully we can do that again.
Yeah, absolutely. That is what we have always said that we wanted to do, is to just touch one person. So hopefully we have done that and we can hopefully do it again in season 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So for shirts this week, I want to highlight a company that I found off of a Facebook ad when I was
we learned?
You know what? I haven't, obviously, because I bought into it again. But this one actually turned out great. It is a company called Arctic Cool. Arctic Cool. And I got some stuff off of their site for Father's Day for Anthony. It was great because they were having a Father's Day sale going on. So it was perfect time to buy. Mm-hmm. And Anthony is very into button-up shirts. That is his thing. If you ever see him without a button-up shirt on,
be concerned.
Yes. Call the police. Something has happened. And so they had these button-up shirts. Their whole thing is that all of their products, whether it's a shirt, they have pants, they have cooling towels and all sorts of stuff. It's supposed to help keep you cool. It's like moisture wicking and all this stuff. So I thought, well, we live in Florida. The guy needs to stay cool. So I got him a shirt and some other things. And I did not know that the buttons weren't actual buttons. They're actually magnets. And he loves them. He went on and bought himself some more of their shirts because he just likes it so much. And so now I have invited Anthony into the studio with us to give us a little demonstration of the buttons in his shirt. So Anthony, if you could please just give us a little swipe of the buttons. Do it one more time, please. Now, isn't that a nice little ASMR sound for you, ladies and gentlemen? I will post a link of Arctic Cool.
Do they feel secure? The magnets? Like, do you feel like it's just going to like rip apart?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Secure.
that they feel secure, but like whenever you hold, like Bo has now figured out that he can.
The problem is that the children know that they can pull them apart, and I've been many places where I've been exposed in public. It's also unfortunate when I'm wearing a regular button-up shirt and they think they're magnets and they come and try to rip my shirt off.
Yes.
But my buttons are hanging on by a thread just by nature of the sheer force pushed against them. Thank you.
Thank you, Anthony, for the demonstration. I will put like their link like in like our description of the episode, but then I will also try to post about them on the Instagram if I remember. I think they have all sorts of stuff. Like they have more than just like the button-up shirts. They have like regular shirts. They have like a lot of like golf style clothing things, and I also got him like a cooling towel. Like for like when he goes on like his walks or whatever, he can have that. And then like when we were going to Disney, he could take it there too. And they have boxers and pants and all sorts of stuff. But he has fallen in love with it and has bought like every single style of button-up shirt that they have. And he will just stand there and like run his finger through the buttons, hilarious. And it makes that sound. And then sometimes like he'll like rip it off like Superman style and whatnot. And he'll kind of like force it together and it'll go. But yeah, so that is our shirt for today. If you are looking for something for your husband, look into Arctic Cool. I think it's a great product, especially if you live in Florida. Anything to kind of keep yourself. I'm pretty sure they also have women's clothing, but anything to keep yourself or your spouse or whoever cooler in these hot summer Florida months is a win in my book.
I agree
for sure. So, yeah, that is our episode for this week and for this season. We will be back, like we said, in September, hopefully with a whole litany of new episodes and topics for you guys. Savannah, do you have anything else you'd like to add here?
No, that's it. We will see you guys next season.
Yeah. In kind of the fall. Could we call it the fall, I guess? All right. We'll see you guys in the fall.
Bye.